So it's 2022 and a lot more people are now working from home, and that means more desk setups as well as desk accessories. So you're going to need to have the right accessories to help boost your productivity and make your time at your desk a lot easier and more enjoyable. So in today's video, I'm going to be going over 5 desk accessories that can be useful to any desk setup in 2022. I can guarantee that you can find some use out of any of these 5 accessories or all of them, when you add it to your desk setup. So let's not waste any more time and let's go ahead and talk about these 5 accessories. The first accessory you'd want to consider adding to your desk is a monitor light. A monitor light has many benefits, such as reducing eye strain during extended work periods, saving desk space, providing extra lighting for the desk at night, or in dimly lit rooms, amongst other benefits. The monitor light I use is the BenQ screen bar halo, and this monitor light has some pretty cool features besides just lighting up your desk. First off, it comes with 3 eye care settings, which basically allows you to switch between using the front lamp in solo mode, using the back light in solo mode, or using both lights at the same time. The front light helps light up the desk space, while the back light helps balance the contrast between your monitor and everything around it. It's great for use with flat or curved screen monitors. Although for curved screen monitors, you'd want to make sure you use the provided attachment. It fits the majority of curved screen monitors between 1000 and 1800R. The light bar itself can be adjusted to the front or back depending on where you want to direct the light. The light can be set between 2700 and 6500 Kelvin for warm to cool lighting. You cannot have different temperatures for the front and back light though. They both change when you adjust any of the settings. It also features an improved asymmetrical optical design that helps in reducing screen reflection and increasing overall illumination. It comes with a battery-powered wireless control that allows you to power on or off the light, control the light temperature, the brightness of the light, switch to automatic sensing mode, set a favorite preset lighting, and to switch between its 3 eye care setting modes. There's also a knob on the control that allows for stepless increase in brightness level and color temperature changes. The wireless feature lines up with my cable-free setup aesthetic, which I'm all for. At the center of the light bar, there's an ambient light sensor that intelligently adjusts the light constantly to 500 lux brightness level based on the surrounding light. So if it's too bright somewhere, it'll adjust and dim the lighting so it's at 500 lux brightness level. And if it's too dark, it'll do the opposite and increase the brightness so it's at 500 lux brightness level. But you need to enable this feature using the wireless controller. The controller hibernates after 5 seconds of no use, which is great for saving battery and prolonging the battery life. In order to reactivate it, all you need to do is place your hand roughly 2 centimeters above and hold for 2 seconds. I'd like to give a shout out to BenQ for supplying the monitor light for testing in this video. Adding a monitor light to my desk has improved my workflow and my desk setup aesthetic, as well as the lighting. I think any desk setup in 2022 could benefit from having one. The next accessory to consider is a wireless charging dock. These are so common nowadays and come in so many shapes, sizes, and orientations. In a time when most smartphones have wireless key charging capability, having one of these at your desk will certainly prove to be useful. I personally use the IoT Ion wireless fast charging stand, which was actually made to be used by Android phones, specifically Google phones. I got it as a gift, so I use it with my iPhone instead. It integrates 2 charging stations into one sleek design. The first is the vertical stand, which features a fabric wrapped design overlaying 2 charging coils. These allow for charging in portrait and landscape mode and provides 10 watts of power to Android phones and 7.5 watts to iPhones. The second is the horizontal pad, which has a rubberized surface, great for preventing devices from sliding off. This part is great for charging your earphones, smartwatch, or any other key-enabled device that you have. You can even charge another smartphone with it. It has 1 coil for charging as opposed to the 2 coils in the vertical pad. There are indicator lights under both charging stations that light up to indicate when you're charging your phone. I personally prefer charging my phone wirelessly using a vertical charger, since it allows me to view my notifications, read messages, and do more at my desk without having to reach for my phone. It receives power through a regular DC connection, so you'll need an outlet of some kind to power it. The charging is pretty quick even though my iPhone isn't getting the maximum 10 watts of power. I really like the ease of use and ability to charge my phone without having to plug it in. I might eventually end up with something else that allows me to push the charging capability of my iPhone beyond 7.5 watts. Essentially, a wireless charger for your smartphone and smart devices could be more useful than you think, especially in 2022. Next accessory to be considered is a vertical laptop stand. This one applies to desk setups that are powered by a laptop. My setup is powered by an M1 Max MacBook Pro in clamshell mode, and this vertical stand has made my desk a lot cleaner. It allows me to neatly tuck away my MacBook Pro, connecting it to my ultra-wide monitor, keyboard, and mouse using a single cable. This creates more space for me to work with at my desk, which I absolutely love. The vertical stand I use is from an Amazon brand called Human Centric. I chose the matte black color, but they also come in silver and space gray to match the color of your MacBook. It's made from anodized aluminum alloy with a finish that's scratch resistant. It'll automatically grab onto your laptop with 2 protective silicone grip pads as soon as it's placed into the stand. This protects the laptop and allows it to automatically adjust to different laptop thickness. It can hold laptops up to 1 inch in thickness, and that could be with cases or skins like I have on my MacBook Pro. Another cool feature are the rubber feet that keep it in place on the desk. Overall, I think it's a simple but useful addition to any desk setup that works with laptops. The next accessory that could be a useful addition to your desk setup is a voice assistant smart speaker. There are lots of smart speakers out there now, but what you want is one with a voice assistant like Amazon's Alexa, Apple's Siri, or Google's Assistant. You might not see the benefit in having a voice assistant plus speaker combo for your desk setup, but trust me, there are tons of benefits you can gain from having one close by while working at your desk. You can easily and quickly find out the date, time, weather condition, or any other information you need by asking a voice assistant. And for me, that comes in handy a lot of the time. Hey Siri, what's today's date?
It's Friday, February 11th, 2022.
Hey Siri, what's the weather like in Calgary?
It's currently partly cloudy and 0 degrees. Expect mostly clear skies starting in the afternoon. Today's high will be 2 degrees, and the low will be -2.
You can also play music to set different moods using a smart speaker or just to make a long work session more enjoyable.
Look how far we've come, my baby. Watching all you weirdos on the gram and ain't no need to say who the realest in this shit. I took it.
And even control smart devices around your desk and workspace from the same speaker. In essence, it could save you a lot of time and energy. Hey Siri, turn off desk light. Hey Siri, turn on desk light. Since my desk is powered by a MacBook Pro and I mainly use the iPhone, it was only fitting for me to go for Apple's HomePod Mini for my smart speaker. I got it in a space gray color to match the vibe of my desk and other accessories on it, but there's other colors that you can definitely pick from. I have other voice assistants around the house, but the best one I've used so far is Apple's Siri. It's the most responsive voice assistant I've used, and trust me, I've gone through all the main ones. Honestly, Siri also sounds the most human.
It's currently partly cloudy and 0 degrees. Expect mostly clear skies starting in the afternoon.
My only issue with this smart speaker is the same issue I have with other Apple devices, and that's the fact that they don't play well with any other device and application that's outside of the Apple ecosystem. I play all of my music off Spotify, and it can be quite tricky getting Siri to play my music from there every time. Hey Siri, play Spotify.
The app hasn't added support for that with Siri.
When it comes to other things like controlling my smart devices, like my desk lighting, or asking general questions, Siri excels as a voice assistant for me. The sound quality is amazing coming from something so little. And speaking of little, the size makes it inconspicuous at any desk. If you're already in the Apple ecosystem, this would be a great way to enhance your desk setup. If not, you could definitely look into similar options, like an Amazon Echo or Google Home device. Essentially, a smart speaker isn't necessary, but it's certainly useful in any desk setup in 2022. The final accessory that could prove beneficial to your desk setup are wrist support. Wrist support can be for your keyboard or mouse. I prefer to get wrist support for both my keyboard and mouse. The main goal of wrist supports is to help elevate your wrist while typing on your keyboard and sliding your mouse around. This keeps the wrist in a neutral position and provides support for the forearm. When you work for long hours using a keyboard and mouse at a desk, you'll begin to develop wrist pain, which is not fun to say the least. Just make sure you're resting the heel of your palm on the wrist support as opposed to resting your actual soft wrists on them. For my mouse wrist support, I have a generic black one I got from Amazon. I've been using it for about 2 months now and loving it as well. It's filled with silicone and I guess you can say somewhat soft. I wouldn't say pillow cushion soft though. It slides very nicely with the motion of your mouse and maintains that natural hand position throughout. It fits well with my hand size, but we all have different hand sizes, so I don't know if it'll fit around yours. You can use its dimensions to get an idea if it'll work for your hand. Unfortunately, this specific one comes in only one size in 2 colors, white and black. There's definitely other options out there. All that's left to do is a little bit of searching. For my keyboard wrist support, I got the Keychron K2 palm rest as an add-on when I bought the Keychron K2 keyboard. It's made from wood, so it's certainly not soft. It's got a nice height to it and works very well when paired with the Keychron K2 keyboard as expected. I feel like with it, I now type for longer sessions and don't get the tired wrist feeling I used to get in the past. Palm rest or wrist support, whichever one you want to call it, can be a very useful addition to any work setup in 2022. And don't forget, most of them are inexpensive and provide useful health benefits when used correctly. So there you guys have it. Those are 5 desk accessories that can prove useful additions to any desk setup in 2022. If you know of any other useful desk additions, I'd love to know, so leave a comment down below. I've also provided links down in the description below for anyone interested in picking up any of the items that I've talked about. Thank you for taking the time to watch this video. Smash that thumbs up button for me if you liked the video and subscribe if you're new to the channel for more content like this. I'll see you guys in my next video. It's Midas and I am out.